Hello everybody. Today's reading, I'm hearing very loud somebody who is asking themselves, you asking yourself, whether it's conscious or subconscious, am I enough? Collectively, we just closed full moon, which was in Aquarius, and usually during full moons I am even more tapped in and more sensitive to energies. So this energy is very current, very recent, and I want to help you provide some clarity. What is this thing that you think that you're not good enough to achieve it or to have it, to obtain it, whether it's love, whether it's business? Also, short introduction. I'll try to post 3 videos per week so I can be able to provide you with the most recent energies so you can understand yourself better and take the proper actions in the physical world to better your lifestyle, your inner work. I would highly appreciate to comment in the comments and let me know what kind of topic do you want me to touch more. Love, relationships, business, money, self-mastery, self-confidence, self-concept work. Let me know in the comments below which is your most requested topic and I will tap into this energy more. Okay, I see you standing in this moment with your dream held close. Whether this is in love or in business, you're asking yourself, am I really good enough? Can I really do this? The first thing that shows up is the 5 of Swords. This tells me that the thing you doubt yourself for is something deeply important to you, something you've imagined as part of your life story for a long time. So this was something in your head. But I also see that along the way there have been experiences where you felt defeated, misunderstood, judged. You are more in a conflict in the external world because you are in a conflict within yourself. I see people in the past have underestimated you. They made you feel that your ideas, your feelings, your worth, your efforts, your vision weren't valid. This isn't just about one incident. It was a pattern of moments where you felt you had to prove yourself, but you weren't given the chance. Or even if you were given the chance, somehow, doesn't matter how much you gave from yourself, it wasn't enough for the other person. And this created a residue inside of you that no matter what you're doing, no matter how much you're giving from yourself, it's just not enough for the person, the people you're dealing with. And this idea, this experience led you to believe today that you're not good enough and that you have to constantly improve. Also, something that I've picked up right now is that, especially if you're somebody who works in a big company, usually this is kind of a culture in the big companies that you have constantly to change, you have to constantly to improve, be more, do more, be good, compete for your position. You have to know that this is an old thinking, this is thinking of a loser. I'm not saying that you are a loser, but I'm saying that the culture that promotes this thinking try to sell you the more you compete, the better you are. In the multiverse, there is no such thing as competition. Take a look in the sky and how many stars there is in the sky. All of them are stars. All of them are shining. Imagine if one star go to another star and say, oh, I'm better star than you, I'm bigger star than you, let me compete with you so I can outshine you. There is no such thing in the multiverse. This is just a human, and not even a human, but I can say a consumer, a materialistic avatar of consumption lifestyle that constantly promote the better, the bigger. The whole idea is to compete for a place, a position, or etc. You have to leave this mindset, this belief, because the moment you start embody the idea that you're here more than enough, and the fact that you were born is more than enough fact to experience overflow, abundance, real love, is where the miracles started to show up in your physical world. Not when you compete, not when you look for what to improve, although of course that we have to improve, but the whole thing with improvement has to come from a flow state, from an easy state, not from a state of pushing harder, not from a state of competing with others, not from a state of I am bigger and I will prove you that I'm bigger. You have nothing to prove to anybody. It's you versus you. The Seven of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles, those two, tells me that you've invested time, energy, money into this dream. And because the results haven't arrived as fast as you hoped, you started wondering if it means you're not capable, if it means maybe you should change your plans, maybe you should redirect your ideas, or maybe if you're somebody who, let's say, want to start a business, but your business you yet haven't seen the numbers you want or the clients, you may start adopting here from this place of past bitterness that it was done to you from externally, and that propels and creates this inner to adopt yourself internally. You start thinking, maybe I should stick to the regular life, like eat, sleep, work 9 to 5 job, pay bills and die. No, you're absolutely not here to do that. And I see it with the Magician and the Sun. If this speaks about love, this could mean that you've put effort into relationships that didn't grow the way you wanted. I want to speak a little bit more about the Sun here. And this is your truth. Your essence is bright. You are an earth angel. Even though you are even if you are not somebody who's not familiar with earth angels, with healers, especially if you're somebody who, let's say, is just a beginner into spirituality, I just want you to know that you are a very advanced soul, and the more advanced soul you are, the more difficult life you face in the physical matter, in the physical world. And why is that? Because your soul is so high vibrational that surpass the vibration and frequency on earth. And because you came here on earth, you signed a contract coming here down to pass the knowledge and the codes that are inherited inside that are imprinted inside of your soul. There is no other chance to remember who you are and why you came here if you didn't go through dark night of the soul, if you didn't go through ego death. Because you're so high vibrational, your essence, your soul, that there is no other option but through pain, suffering, difficulties to come back to you. In a sense, those betrayals, those limiting beliefs, the fact that people used you, the fact that you weren't seen for your essence, was the exact catalyst that needed you to remember why you came here on this earth. So take every difficulties as a total springboard towards who you're supposed to remember your purpose and the reason you came here on this planet Earth. You are a very good person. Even though it may not appear like that to others, you are so bright, you're so pure, you really want to help, you really want, in a relationships, you are somebody who don't cheat. If you are a very monogamic person, when you're with one person, you're with them until you die. But unfortunately, you wasn't so devoted to yourself first, and because of that, you are giving that pureness, that innocence, to people who didn't deserve you. The whole point here is that the more you give to others from a place of not being whole inside of you, the more you attract people who want only to take and are not willing to see the wholeness, this bright sun, this warm, walking, talking shyness, diamond that you are. You're more capable than you think, and your enoughness doesn't come from perfection. This is really something you have to. The one thing that you can take from this reading so far is that your wholeness and enoughness doesn't come from perfection. It comes from willingness every day to take one step towards what makes your heart feeling happy, your heart feeling fulfilled. You know this feeling when for instance, when we are hungry or when we are very thirsty, and when you eat, you're like, oh my God, it feels so good, I was so hungry. Or when you're thirsty, like let's say that you've been 30 minutes under the sun and you're like, oh my God, I'm so thirsty. And when you drink this water, it's like it's orgasm for your entire body. Like it feels so good to drink this water or to eat this food. This is what I want you to focus from this moment forward in every single day. Something small that truly makes you feel so happy, so whole, so worthy. That feeling, focus on the feeling. You can create this in your work, you can create this with your self-care routines, you can create this with, if you have children, with your children, but not from a place of perfectionism, from a place of wholeness and enoughness. In today's reading, we practice you to be enough. You to say to yourself, I am enough. I'm here to improve myself, but I'm not here to compete with anybody else for my enoughness. My enoughness is non-negotiable. That's how it is. That's who I am. You can leave me, you can like me, or you can not like me. If you don't like me, that's upon you. You lose. It's not my loss. Period. You have the skills and resources to make things happen in your physical world. Doubt creeps in when you get stuck in your head too long. Four of Pentacles. Overthinking instead of acting. You see how this person is holding so tight on money, but you might be somebody who holds so tight on worst case scenario. In a sense, you try to prepare yourself for the worst thing that can happen without knowing that the more you prepare for the worst thing happening, the less energy you invest into what best can happen. And guess what usually happens? Those worst think scenarios, those dragons in your mind, those enemies and monsters in your head, usually they never happened. Why? Well, because you're not supposed to experience always the worst thing. The fact that you had these bad experiences with people who doubted you and who couldn't see your worth, this was because you didn't see your worth inside of yourself. And again, we don't blame here. You should never blame yourself. As I mentioned again, you're very high vibrational soul. My videos are reaching people who are before awakening, or with one step they're already awakened. And for that reason, you are going to experience unpleasant experiences because you have to remember. You have to remember, so you would never put your people-pleasing behavior anymore towards anybody. You draw strong boundaries, and you just know that if somebody doesn't see your worth or make you feel small, those people are not supposed to write the story of your life, period. So one more time, you don't need to be 100% ready to begin something. You need to start, even if you are unsure. I'm gonna give you an example with myself. It took me 2 years to start posting these videos. I knew maybe from after 6 months, I knew that I'm ready. But I was so afraid. I was so, what people would think about me? What if people gossip about me? It took me 2 years. I was so much in this Four of Pentacles energy. Plus I'm Capricorn rising, so I definitely see this was my past as well. I was there, and it took me so many years to move past and to say to myself, for who do you live? Do you live for yourself or do you live for other people? For yourself. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to start and taking steps towards what you want to experience in your life. And what do you want? I want luxury, I want freedom, I want life of self-expression, I want to be able to create my own economy, I want to live luxurious life, I want to travel whenever I want to have routines build up in my day-to-day life, I want to eat high vibrational food, I want to take care of my body, I want to wear high vibrational fabrics and clothes. Like, I want life of freedom and richness and wealth. In order to do that, I cannot stay in a hat prison that is telling me that who will see me, what will happen if I do this, what will happen if I'm not appreciated, I'm not seen. I just saw on TikTok my last video, it blows up. I've got 4,000 views out of nowhere. This is all organic. I don't pay any money for advertising. It's suggestible through the algorithm. What does this show me? It shows me that I had just to start doing it. Somebody who usually I overthink a lot, and what ended up happening, I feel more drained. I start feeling discouraged. I start being very bitter towards myself because I'm like, you see, another day you're thinking and you're not doing anything. So it's kind of the more I overthink, the more worse I think about myself. And the moment I'm like, I don't care, I'm posting this is who I am, I'm not doing something wrong, this is just who I am, that's it. If you like me, perfect. If you don't, bye. Why I'm venting a little bit with you is just to show you that you have to start from where you are. If you have somebody in your mind and you want to speak with them, send the message. While sending the message or doing whatever you want to do, in your head has to be, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing this, sending a message or posting a video or reaching out to some colleague or boss or want to do in business, because it makes me feel good of doing it. I don't do it in a sense to expect specific outcome of me doing it. I'm doing it because it makes me feel good, it makes me feel alive, it makes me feel whole. It gives me this boost of energy that I can do what I want to do, and what I want to do is righteous. What I want to do is fair. What I want to do will bring clarity or happiness or break the silence, or has the chance to promote me at work, or has a chance to people find my work. As I mentioned to you, my final video blow up on TikTok, and this is something, again, super naturally. I don't pay ads for ads. Why does it happen? Because I don't stop, because I am doing it. It doesn't matter whether I have 2 likes, it doesn't matter whether I have 0 comments, it doesn't matter if I don't have enough views or whatever. I know that the moment I decided that this is the life I want, I'm going to attract what I want and allow it to happen in the physical world, step by step, by being the fool, taking the step in the physical world, rather than staying and overthinking over and over and over and over and over again, and make me feel even worse for so much thinking that at the end I don't do anything in the physical world. So how do I expect to reach more clients? How do I expect the love of my life to know how I feel if I don't freaking reach out, or if I'm closed off, if I don't post, if I stay because I'm frozen and I'm afraid that my videos are going to gain, video that it took me 2 hours to film, it's going to gain 10 views, or it's going to gain 0 comments. It doesn't matter. This is just the beginning. Like, it's the beginner step. Like, it's a beginning journey. Everybody started from 0. It's the 0 is the best place to be, because that's from where you can learn what you like, what you don't like, how you want to perform even better. In order for this video not to be so long, I'm going to film part 2. I would highly appreciate to follow me, comment in the comments how you feel about this energy, where you are in your life. I would love to get to know you better so we both can help each other grow. I'm sending you so much love, wisdom and truth, and I hope to see you in my next reading.